world where it's like looking at the world and seeing sort of like what's beyond just the physical level.
Uh-huh.
And so that's sort of like a lot of the preoccupation of it. So it's like kind of like looking at the energy of the world. So it's not that far from a lot of, I feel like a lot of New Age stuff draws on all of these mystical traditions. Like that would be maybe like our modern mysticism, but it's there's a whole system of looking at the world. So it's not like particularly like, it's not very wishy-washy. It's actually pretty rigorous. So it's like a really wild thing to study because it's like this rigorous way of looking beyond the surface of the world.
Okay, I think I get this. It's
hard. Yeah, it's a little hard to I don't know. It's a little hard to define because it is by definition sort of like mystical. So there's, ideas about like energy and angels and meditation and like just all of those things that are like a little bit like the deeper level of life.
Okay. So then you kind of brought that into the songwriting process, because didn't you write about that for the album Half You, Half Me, or actually you wrote about the women that are mentioned in the early writings?
So Girls in Trouble it's kind of a concept project because every single song is in some way telling a story of a woman from the Torah.
Okay.
So, it's supposed that my goal with the project is that you could listen to it and not even know that and hopefully just like enjoy the songs. It's not like just an academic project or something, but each song has like a pretty deep connection to a certain character's story.
Wow. Okay. Wow. And then tell me about harmonizing quietly into your laptop.
Well, I write, I just write at home. I write my songs at home, and I just often write them by using just like GarageBand, on my little Mac laptop, and so that's my songwriting process, is like sitting usually on my bed with a couch and just sort of like with a acoustic guitar and trying not to wake up. Often it's like 2 a.m, so I'm trying not to wake up whoever is sleeping in the next room, which is now my husband and baby, and when I started this project was my roommate. And so that leads to a lot of me harmonizing quietly into my laptop at 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Well, that does not sound easy to do. To get to, you want to sing, but you got to keep it down so nobody wakes up. But the truth is, like, when I'm writing, like, this project, it's because it's more of a songwriting project, it's not, like, particularly screamy, so it actually feels really nice to, like, it's like a pretty interior process. It feels almost like writing a poem, which I'm also a poet, and so writing these songs feels a little bit like writing a poem. So, and actually, I think it helps me concentrate on it to like get really quiet, and the house is really still, and it actually is a helpful process for me, I think. Tell me about this song, Secrets You're Always Watching. I first heard this song, and that's how I found Girls in Trouble. And
where did you hear it?
I found it on what's your record label? J-Dub?
J-Dub, yeah.
J-Dub, they had a sampler.
Oh, interesting.
Was it on Amazon? I forget where, but
maybe, yeah.
I found it through that, and I was like, oh, this is an awesome, I'm going to see if I can talk to them. And I'm talking to you now.
Yes, it works.
Wow.
So that song, Secrets You're Always Watching, it's from the first, we have 2 albums out, and I'm writing the 3rd album right now.
Oh, okay.
So that song is from the first album, which was just called Girls in Trouble. And it's based, like I said, every song has a story from the Torah that it's connected to. So this one is based on, it's not actually a character, it's more like this weird ancient ritual that has not been done for thousands of years, but it was this sort of humiliating ritual where they would, if a woman was suspected of adultery, that there were no witnesses. In the Bible, it has this, like, what to do if that happens, and you, like, take her to the temple, and you take off her head covering, and you have her, like, drink some words that you scraped off of a holy scroll, and then if she's guilty, then all these, like, her body will, like, swell up, and all these crazy things will happen, and if she's not guilty, then nothing will happen.
Oh, nice.
It's just, like, a really disturbing, and I specifically like writing about the stories that, like, are more complicated and more challenging, you know, because it's, like, really easy to talk about, like, the happy moments, but I'm more interested in the complicated moments. So that is definitely a complicated moment. So that is kind of like the text behind the song of Secrets. But really what I was also thinking about when I was writing it was just the idea of someone watching you, and like it could be an internal watcher, or it could be like a judgmental person outside of you. And I wanted to write a song about like escaping that watcher. So that's what that song's about. Oh
my gosh. Wow. So there's different levels to this. And we are being watched all the time, aren't we?
What'd you say?
We are being watched all the time. It's sort of
It's
big
true.
brother.
It's true. So you could take it like the you know, like the biblical level, and then the like personal internal level, and then you could totally like take it to the political level, which I didn't even think about. So thank you.
Wow. I'm giving you all these ideas. Putting your daughter...
I know. I should be paying you for this, like a consulting fee.
No, that's quite all right.
All right.
And people can see what you look like. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I'll put you up on the on mikesdailypodcast.com, the picture of you with your violin.
Okay, awesome.
So people can get to see Alicia Jo Rabins and her amazing violin.
Yeah, I've been playing that violin since high school. Like, I love that violin, and it's been all over the world with me. It's been to Kuwait. I performed on it in Kuwait and Nicaragua and, like, all kinds of places. And so it's really, I love that it's in that picture, because it's like my dear friend, that violin.
Oh, that's cool. Well, check out the picture, and let's check out your song, Secrets, You're Always Watching. And you can find out more about Girls in Trouble at the website girlsintroublemusic.com. And anywhere else? I guess you're on iTunes, Amazon.
It's on all those places. Basically, if you put like Girls in Trouble band, you'll find us. If you just put Girls in Trouble, you might find unsavory things. But if you put Girls in Trouble band or Girls in Trouble music, you'll usually find us. And we're on Twitter and Facebook and everything too.
And here they are now on Mike's Daily Podcast.
You're always watching and waiting for a mistake, then you don't. Oh, you tear me apart. But I have 100 invisible doors of escape, alleys and passages leading away from my heart. Oh, my body, the secrets that you keep, and the places we run to late at night while he's asleep. He took me downtown and he gave me the jar of water. The people watched as I brought it to my lips. He said, if you're guilty, your body will betray you. But I know how to be silent after a kiss.
Girls in Trouble with Secrets. You're always watching as we go outside of the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Part 2 and the finale of our Into an Interview tomorrow.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The picture is of, as we mentioned earlier, Alicia Jo Rabins of Girls in Trouble and her amazing violin, which has traveled with her around the world. Just as my ostrich skin wallet has traveled with me around the world. I've had that thing for like 15 years. It won't fall apart. It stays together, so I keep it. And people judge me by my wallet, but I don't care. But Alicia's much cooler because she's got something cultural there. A violin that she has taken everywhere. See that picture at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Mike and Marshall, I have found that if Taylor Swift decides that she does not want to sing anymore, she might be really good at real estate.
Yeah, so she sold a house that she was living in to get another house so she could be closer to a boyfriend. And in selling that house, she made $1 million. Then this boyfriend and her broke up. Big surprise there. So she sells that house to get out of that house because she didn't want to be near that boyfriend anymore. And she ends up making $875,000. So she's making music, songs, and making money off of the ex-boyfriends. And then she's making money off of the real estate that she's selling to get away from the ex-boyfriends. I think we're not having St. Patrick's Day this year because all the luck of the Irish is on Taylor Swift.
Does that mean if I buy one of her CDs that maybe I'll get some of that luck on me?
No, it just means you'll be buying some crappy music. Do you know that?
Yeah, seriously, that bank account doesn't need any more money. Tomorrow we will bring you part 2 of Into an Interview as we bring you the finale of my interview with Alicia Jo Rabins of the band Girls in Trouble. Plus, we'll hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer.
Like with the euros, it's like this much. But in dollars, it's like that much.
Thank you, our economics professor.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!